make this training that I'm pretty sure that the art of respecting, recruiting, and closing can help you to, to actually link what Dr. Helen just said about humble before honor. Because when we are building this type of companies or this type of networks or business, guys, or any project on your life, something that you need to do is be really, really focused on what you're saying, what you're sharing, and what you are giving away from others, because everything has to have a mission and a purpose on that, right? So that's why this topic is going to be perfect, just to follow up what Dr. Helen was saying, in the way that you are going to prospect, in the way that you are going to recruit, and in the way that you're going to close with success. All the people that you are sharing this amazing message and that you want them to have on your team is going to be elemental in order that you can jump on to the next level and just remove those emotion feelings, or just to be in that where you are. So let me just start right now. I hope that you have a notebook and you have a pen to take notes, because this training, guys, is designed in order that you can just take the notes that are important for you. Everybody has their own style, right? Everybody has their own way to prospect, or their own way to share, or their own way to make it. But in this case, we've been doing this for 10 years already in America, and it's been working fantastic with the United States, with Colombia, with Mexico, and now with the Caribbean islands. And most of the people that they are having success in this season in Sankey Global is because they are following the system, or following the little keys that we're giving them in all these type of trainings. So let's start with your list, guys. This is something that has to be your first thing every day that you need to review. I know that a lot of people is really go to the they you really go to the cell phone, and you have all your contacts there, because that's like the new normal, right? Or the new way that we are communicating everything. However, I want to recommend you all the time to have a notebook and a pen with you, in order that you can take those notes and you can make that list. And I'm going to ask you something. This is funny. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm drinking my Cronine in the morning, guys. Mm, and it's delicious. I'm sorry for that. But well, let me tell you something. When you are making that list, just imagine, just think that you are going to invite the people to your wedding, and the wedding is for free. Let's say that we are going to celebrate, or you are going to make this a special day with a special person, with the special people, with your favorite and perfect dress, or with your perfect suit, or with the perfect place that you choose, and you don't need to spend any penny. The question is, who will you invite to this wedding? So when you think about that, your expectation and your perspective is going to be bigger than the one that you have on your contacts. I am pretty sure of that. That's going to be bigger of that, because you are inviting the people to celebrate with you your new project of life, which is going to be your wedding. For a lot of people, or mostly, I can say the 90% of the world, we really want to achieve that dream. We really want to find our significant other and be and spend the time with that person for the rest of our life. Build a family, have a home, have vacations, events, moments, experience. That's exactly the way that you need to think about your business. That is your special moment. That is your special project. That is your special time, place, and moment to share with the people that you will invite to your wedding. So that's why today the list that you need to do is has to be at least, guys, and I'm not exaggerating, at least 100 people in maybe 10 minutes. Because I know that you know more than 100 people. I know that you know more than 300 people, maybe, or more, maybe thousands. Maybe you have thousands of followers as well, and you don't even know, because you haven't showed them your gratitude, and you haven't showed them how important they are on your life. So that's why your list needs to be built as you're thinking that you are inviting them to your wedding, and your wedding is for free. So based on that, once that you have that list, you need to classify it. You need to classify the list in customers and distributors. Why? This is really important because there is a time that we have different elements and we have different materials on our Sankey app, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook group, the closed group for independent Sankey business owners. We have the Facebook tool for customers. I mean, we have different materials, guys, that you need to share with the customers and others with the distributors. You cannot mix them. I'm going to tell you why. Because not all of them are ready. Not all of them are ready to go and start a new business with you, or not all of them are ready to buy a product and they just want to start a business with you. So that's why classifying that big list has to be the key factor in order that you can understand the direction that you're going to take with your prospects, right? And that is going to make you, as Dr. Helen said, humble and honored to share with them your gratitude just to listening to you, or just to take the notes, or just to receive the email, or just to receive the message that you will send, because that's the important information that they will receive from you with value. And that's why classifying the list is really, really important, guys. When we talk about the classification of your list, you need to have the customers, right? Classify your customers. Once that you separate them in distributors and customers, let's talk about the customers. Maybe on your list, you have people that they're going to buy your product because they have already a disease. Maybe they are already sick, right? Maybe you have people that they prevent. Maybe that you have people that they are super fitness. Maybe you have single moms. Maybe you have entrepreneurs or people that they are all the time traveling around the world. Or maybe they are not eating well because they are totally busy on their jobs. Maybe you have families with teenagers or people with teenagers at home. Maybe you have people with kids at home. Maybe you have pregnant women on your list. Maybe you can have a newborn, or people, or someone that has a newborn with any disease or situation. So once that you see the picture, or when you classify the type of customers that you're going to have, you will share the correct information. We all know that our products works for every person 100% of the time, for 100% of the people. And of course, that you can share samples to everyone. But what is that little step before sharing samples? Of course, that people is going to love to have products for free. That's a fact. And everybody is going to click on your link and it's going to say, yeah, I'm going to have that product for free. But what will be the information before you send that samples to them? That's why classifying your customers is going to be really important, because you cannot send to a single mom, or you cannot send to a mom, a housewife, let's say a housewife, a video that is talking about athletes, because maybe that housewife doesn't have time to run away every day. Maybe that housewife doesn't have time to go to the gym, or maybe she doesn't have the resources to pay a membership to go to the gym. You catch me? So, or maybe you are sharing to a business owner that is all the time traveling and is eating just fast food and has obesity. You cannot share with him a video that is related to taking care of the kids, because he's all the time in another frequency. So that's why it will be really important that you can classify the list of your customers to see what type of customers do you have. What is the target that you need to put on? What is the peak interest video or flyer or event that you can bring this customer, right? Because not all of them are going to be interested in the same thing. So now, once that you classify the list of the customers that you have, start sharing content. How can you do that? Because sometimes people is telling, okay, Miss Fabi, I'm sorry, but I don't use a lot the Sankey Share app because I am not so that tech. I am not so that in that way. Don't worry about it. Everybody nowadays, even baby boomers, my mom, she has 66 years old, and my dad, he has 73, and they jump on YouTube and watch things, right? So we have a YouTube channel that names Sankey US. And in that channel, you will be able to find the content that is specifically for all these people that you have on your list for customers. I'm going to tell you why, because in Sankey, we already thought about that. We already know that when you receive something that it's going to be catchy, you're going to pay attention on it. And when you send a message or maybe a text message that is going to be catchy, you're going to pay attention on it. If that doesn't make sense to you, you will see a skip. Or maybe you're going to see, oh, Fabi sent me this video, but I'm going to see it later. I'm going to watch it later because it is not a catchy message for them. So that's why when we were building the Sankey Share app that has the videos on our YouTube channel, that is linked to our YouTube channel, you will find that content. You will find in both places that content. So if you are not that techy to go to the app or you are not using it, that I'm encourage you guys. I'm really encourage you to use that app. That is going to be the best way to share anything, because on that app, you're going to find everything in just one place. But if you want to go to our YouTube channel, just find us and find all those videos that I'm talking to you so you can share the correct information to your customer and you can catch his attention or her attention. And then after you send that video or that flyer that is in our Facebook or that is in our Instagram or the ads that we're sharing there, just ask that person. Go, don't ask, just go and click here in this link to have free product. And that's it. That's the way that you are prospecting with someone. That's the way that you're going to prospect with a person that needs to be totally on your list and needs to be totally on the classification that you gave to that person. But now let's talk about the classification for your distributors. Yes, distributors are the ones that are going to build the business with you. And guys, it's important as well that you can talk to them or you can share content with them about the interest that they are coming to. I'm going to start I did this classification that actually I learned since I started in Sankey 7 years ago. And guys, let me tell you that when I start analyzing these personalities and then I start watching people, it was so funny because I start watching people like dolphins. I start watching people like whales instead to see their faces when I was projecting my vision. So what would be my next step to help other distributors or to train someone? I was seeing the people with a dolphin face. And that's funny because that's the way that you're going to feel more comfortable when you're talking with them. And I'm going to tell you a little bit and really fast how we classify our distributors based on these 4 personalities that are super fun, are easy. And I know that maybe you have the 4 of these. Actually, by the way, if you have one of those personalities, just let me know on the chat so I can see what is your personality. Maybe you have the 4 of them. Maybe you just have 3 or 2. But let's start with the shark, okay? Sharks are those that are really interested all the time in money, all the time. They're driving luxury cars. They are all the time glamorous. They are all the time, like really, really, really good presented. And they are all the time looking for find an opportunity to have money, to have income. So with these sharks on your list, you're going to have a shark maybe that is going to tell you, hey, you know what? I don't care about the product. I don't care if it's coming from Japan. It's okay that is with 40 years of research. Okay, I love the testimonies. That's nice. But how much money I'm going to win? So with this shark personality, you need to talk about the retail power, for example, 1K in 1 day, right? You can talk about how to make from $200 to $1,300 doing Shinseis, for example. You can invite the shark to our Lifestyle Connect when we talk about the business, because our video, the one that you just saw, is talking about the business. So that shark is going to be connected with that because he's going to see the opportunity to have a better income, the opportunity to grow his network. Maybe that person has already a network, or maybe that person has the potential to be a very powerful leader, and maybe this person didn't even know. But you know this person because you have them on your list. And you know that the profile of this person is going to be necessary on your business because he's going to bring other sharks as well. Because sharks are all the time looking for other sharks. Sharks are all the time going to these places where all these business people and all these sharks are too. So that's why if you are a shark or if you have a shark, you're going to have more sharks definitely on your business. And these guys moves really quick, guys, because they have the urgency, the emergency time on their clocks, because they have different things to do just to get more income on their wallets. So that's why charts are really, really important to have on your business. And these charts are going to help you a lot to talk about the compensation plan, to talk about the money, because that's something else that maybe your strongest way or your strongest side is just talk about the product. Don't worry, a shark is going to help you to talk about the money, and it's going to do it fantastic. Let me go now with the whale. The whale is that person that is all the time willing to serve. Is the one that is, it wants to change the world, right? It's the one that is all the time worried about the environment. It's worried about the people that this whale is the one that is giving away food, is giving away um, blankets, it's giving away a lot of things. It doesn't matter, even if this person or this personality does not have enough, this person is going to try to find and figure it out how to have more to give away, have to have more to change the people's life or someone's people's life, right? How to give something for free that is going to make a very big change on that person, and it's going to give a big message. So whales are compassion. Whales are all the time like the big moms, right? They are all the time embracing all the people to guide them and tell them where they need to go in order to they can feel better, look better, and live better without expecting anything. Whales are the best personalities that you can have to see where are the opportunities without seeing them. I hope that you're catching me, guys. I hope that the message can be clear, because whales are going to be all these persons that are going to be trying to find someone on the road or on the way to help, because that person knows that that person that is going to be helping is going to help others. So a whale is going to be fantastic just to bring these people that they are totally in need to feel love, to feel grace, to feel compassion, to feel that they belong to something. And guess what? Those guys are going to be totally fit on your business, because in your business, in your network, in Sankey Global, we are all whales. We want to have a huge community that is going to be developing by sharks, dolphins, or sea urchins. I'm going to talk about now about dolphins, guys. Dolphins are the party guys. Dolphins are the ones that are all the time, partying, socializing. They go everywhere. And every time that you go outside with a dolphin, you're going to have new friends, because these guys speak with everybody, even with the walls, even with themselves, all the time, 100% of the time. And they are all the time connecting with our people, connecting in some way. They are super energized. They are all the time smiling. They are all the time with the good vibes, like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make this happen. And they are just letting go by the flow, by the vibe that they feel. So having a dolphin is going to be amazing, because having a dolphin is going to bring you a lot of friends, a lot of people, and it's going to find events. It's going to find forums. It's going to find events, massive events, or it's going to tell you, hey, there is going to be this network marketing event tonight. Let's go, let's jump on, and let's go together, and let's make big noise about Sankey. That's a dolphin that you need. And that personality is going to help you as well to organize these type of events, because this personality is the one that is perfectionist as well. That person, this personality likes to have everything organized, everything pretty, and this personality wants that everybody can jump and can enjoy the party. You know what I'm saying? So that's why dolphins are super fun, are all the time with a very, very high energy. And definitely you want to have a dolphin on your team. Or if you are a dolphin, just go ahead and look for those spaces and look for those forums and bring everybody on your network, because they trust you, because you are all the time fun. So what is the thing that you have to invite a dolphin? Where do you have to bring a dolphin? Dolphins has to be on our blue carpets. Dolphin has to be on our empower-a-thons, that everything is really quick, but at the same time it's fun. And at the same time, we have different people talking, and that is going to be the diversity that a dolphin is going to love. Dolphin is going to be perfect to share videos about our massive events in Mexico, in Colombia, when we open the US. When we're going to launch the US, we have to have thousands of dolphins, guys. because they are going to make that energy pull up all the time. You have to share with them all the information about our trips, the having the fun things about that. But at the same time, dolphins are really, really good to be organized. So definitely you need to have a dolphin on your network. And let's talk about now about the sea urchin. The sea urchin is the skeptical person, right? Is the one that is going to be all the time like, let me think about it. I am not really sure. I've been in this industry for a long time ago. I've been trying different products. I don't know what to think, what to believe. Let me see. Let me check. Let me read. Let me jump on the video. So let me listen something else, and I will let you know. So when a sea urchin is a personality that is all the time trying to find the no's before the yes, trying to find the imperfections before the perfection. Why? Because this personality is going to feel glorious. It's going to feel great. It's going to feel amazed once that they discover that there are no so many no's, no so many imperfections, and everything can flow perfect with them. So that's why the sea urchins are going to help a lot to the on your network in order that they can be more specific about the product. These guys, they need to know about the science behind the product. They need to know how, where, and how we create and ways to win. They want to know the back end of the things that we have. But having a sea urchin on your network is really important as well. And it's necessary because that person is going to solve mostly all the questions. Mostly all the questions. I'm not saying all the questions because we are not perfect, right? But a sea urchin is going to find all the questions about that anybody can ask so he can or she can have the answer. And sea urchins are going to be really important to be invited on our scientific forums, our medical moments, for example, you can share as well our Dr. Videas videos. You can search with these people, of course, the research manuals. You can share the science behind the product, and you can explain and you can share with this personality as well the facts that we have that have been taking us to the 10 years in America. That will be fantastic, guys. That would be awesome if you can have a sea urchin as well, because believe me, this sea urchin is going to help you to understand a lot of things, but at the same time, it's going to connect with other perfectionist people that are going to duplicate a lot their business because they're totally convinced that this is the way that they have to do it. And when they are convinced, they have a lot of followers because people trust them because they're almost mostly all the time correct. Okay, so this is the way that you're gonna classify your list when we're talking about distributors, right? And that's the way that you are going to be able as well to help you to follow up and of course to close all these people with the proper and correct statements, because we already classified the list. We already shared the content, which is the recruiting process that you need to follow up and share with them. What are the things that they want to watch, the sample programs that they want, the samples that you're gonna send to them, or maybe you're gonna give them away the products if you have them in front of you. I mean, the recruiting process is when you are trying to fall in love with them and they have to fall in love with you. Is the time that you will need to just share with them to pick their interest information, value information, trying the product, and taking care of them as a little plant, as a little tree that has to be watering every 3 days, every 4 days. And on the other hand, Sankey is helping you to do that too, because remember that when they are going to be prospecting and having the samples, we're going to send them as well important information to their emails. And you can take them to our old forums. As I told you before, and as I explained you, we have different spaces for this different classification of people. So that recruiting process is that follow-up and that love that you're gonna do you're gonna give them during the time. And then we go to the successful closing. Use the correct statements. Don't ask and close with power. I'm gonna just say it like this, just to close my module. Never ask someone, what do you think? What do you believe? Did you like it? Because those are open questions, guys. And people can start telling you and they can start bringing their personality. And maybe you're not ready yet for that. right? So in that case, what I'm going to recommend you just to say, this is fantastic. I love that you already tried this. I love that you are already in the same line that I am, in the same moment that I am, because I feel great. This is the link where you're gonna be able to be part of my team. Just choose one of these packs, and I will call you as soon as you finish, so we can put together the agenda to start your success. That's for distributors. The other hand, for the customers, I am so happy that you are trying our products and that you feel great. I am totally convinced that you're gonna change your life forever as I am doing it. This is the link where you can get that product. It's amazing. I can offer you a discount if you want. Just click on that, make your purchase, and let's talk, because I can give you other opportunities to have even free product as well. And that's it, guys. You are not asking anything because you gave already enough information. You already make an investment of your time to tell them the grace that you have on your hands, to give them the message, right? So you don't need to talk again about it. You don't need to give answers again, because that's why you classify them, you recruit them sharing the correct content, and you're closing with the correct statement. So thank you so much. I hope that you have learned a little bit more how to make a better prospecting, recruiting, and closing process on your business. And you know that we're going to stay here on the next 24 hours. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. So let's jump on now to this video that I'm pretty sure that is going to encourage you guys and you're going to love. And I'll be back with you to present our next speaker. Thank you for being our Thank You Success Saturday, and I'll be back with you guys.
If you want 2019 to be the year that you really want to be, here's the secret of making it a great year. I'll guarantee it, if you'll just do what I'm about to share, it's just going to set you up for an incredible 2019. Every day, serve someone. Every day. Every day add value to people. Every day serve one. Every day live the intentional life of doing for others, sometimes what they cannot do for themselves. And if you will put people first and add value to them and serve them, it becomes absolutely amazing what you and I are going to have and achieve, how we're going to help people, and in return how it comes back to us. Benjamin Franklin said this: "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of someone else." If you're helping someone else lift a load in your life, you become a very useful person. Mahatma Gandhi said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. But perhaps on this kind of a theme, my favorite quote is from Albert Schweitzer, who said, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." The happiest people are not always the most successful people, but they're the ones who serve the best. I've met a lot of unhappy, successful people, haven't you? But I've never met an unhappy person that gave their life of serving and giving and adding value to other people. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. If you will help people get what they want, then you'll receive everything that you need in life. We got to work at this. If 2019 is going to be an incredible year, you're going to have to look at the year and say to yourself, what can I do to add value to people instead of what are people going to do to add value to me? What can I do to serve people instead of, I wonder who in this next year is going to serve me? We're going to have to do a complete mind shift in that whole process. Service over status. You know, there are two kinds of people. There are the people that do what is right and then feel good, and there are some people who want to feel good before they do what is right. And if you want to feel good before you ever do what is right, you and I will not do a lot of things right, because we'll let our emotions control it. But the moment that we say, no, I'm going to do the right thing, and then I'll let the emotion follow. Character over comfort. Now here's the key. If you and I are going to make 2019 a great year of serving people, let me tell you, the first thing's going to happen to you, the first thing's going to happen is we're going to be inconvenienced. Because when you have to serve people, they don't do it on your time schedule. Sometimes when people say, well, I don't know if I could do that. I don't even know if I have those kind of... Listen to me. The moment that we really have a desire to add value to other people, our whole life will begin to change. And so if 2019 is going to be the year that we really want to make it, I'm going to share with you right now 5 things I do every day. And I want you to do them every day in this year. And I will promise you, your life is about to incredibly change. And all 5 of these things I'm going to give you right now, you can do them. These aren't hard, these aren't complicated. Every day, number one, every day I value people. And that's the foundation of everything we're talking about. If I don't value people, I'll never add value to them. I'll manipulate them, I'll do all kinds of bad things. But it all begins with valuing people. Number 2, every day I think of ways to add value to people. In other words, I'll look at my schedule in the morning, I'll say where I'm going to go, who I'm going to see perhaps, and I'll say, okay, what can I do to add value to those people? I think of ways to add value to people. Number 3, every day I look for ways to add value to people. Number 4, every day I do things that value people. Every day. In fact, at the end of the day, the last thing I do every evening is I do a 10-minute inventory of my day. And one of the questions I ask is, who did I add value to today? Who did I serve today? Okay? Every day. Every day. I value people. Think of ways to add value to people. Look for ways to add value to people. Do things that add value to people. And number 5, I encourage others to add value to me. I do those 5 things every day.